The sun had just dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with streaks of lavender and gold. In the heart of the whispering woods, the world began to hush, giving way to the night. A symphony of soft, familiar sounds filled the air, crickets chirping in steady rhythm, the rustle of dry leaves dancing on the forest floor, and the whisper of a gentle breeze weaving between the ancient trees. For the woodland creatures, this was the signal to rest. Tucked in the roots of a twisted oak, a family of field mice snuggled together in their nest of moss and feathers. Mama Mouse pulled her little ones close, their tiny bellies rising and falling in time with the breeze. She hummed quietly, but soon even her voice was drowned out by the peaceful lullaby of the woods. Above them, nestled high in the crook of a birch tree, a barn owl blinked once, then again. With a satisfied ruffle of his feathers, he stretched his wings and took flight for one last quiet patrol. The wind carried him effortlessly, and the moonlight painted silver streaks on his wings. Everything was calm. He hooted softly to no one in particular, then returned to his hollow, folding himself into the shadows for sleep. On the banks of the slow-moving creek, a family of raccoons had just finished their nighttime feast, berries, minnows, and a lucky beetle or two. The mother, graying around the eyes, led her young ones back to the burrow beneath a fallen log. The leaves above whispered good night as they rustled gently in the breeze. But not everyone was ready to sleep. In a small clearing, hidden behind brambles and ferns, a little fox cub named Runi blinked up at the stars. His siblings were curled up together inside the den, their fur rising and falling in a sleepy heap. But Runi couldn't rest. Something about the sounds of the night so strange and beautiful made him restless. "What is that?" he whispered to himself, ears twitching at the rhythmic chirping of the crickets. He stepped quietly from the den, his tiny paws brushing the cool earth. The wind danced through his fur, and the scent of pine, water, and earth filled his nose. Fireflies blinked lazily in the tall grass. The forest didn't feel scary, just alive, humming with secrets. Runi padded softly through the underbrush, past the stream where frogs sang in harmony, and the moonlight glistened like silver coins. He wandered further than he ever had before, deeper into the woods, guided by the gentle music of the night. Suddenly, he heard a soft rustle in the ferns beside him. His heart skipped. He crouched low, ready to run, but a soft giggle stopped him. Out from behind the ferns stepped a young fawn, her coat speckled with white stars. "You're not sleeping either?" she asked with a smile. Runi blinked. "I couldn't. The sounds. They're too beautiful." "I know," the fawn said, stepping closer. "I come out sometimes just to listen. Everything talks at night if you're quiet enough." "Even the trees?" Runi asked. "Especially the trees." Together, they sat under a moonlit tree, listening. The night continued its melody. Owls hooting in the distance, frogs croaking in rhythm, the leaves dancing gently above. A hush fell between them, comfortable and warm. After a long while, the fawn yawned and stood. "I should go back. My mother will worry." Runi nodded. "Me too." As they turned to part ways, the fawn paused. "Will you come listen with me again tomorrow?" Runi's eyes sparkled. "Yes." And with that she vanished silently into the trees. Runi trotted back through the woods, heart calm, ears still tuned to the chorus around him. The forest no longer felt big and strange, it felt like home. By the time he returned to the den, the crickets had slowed their rhythm. The wind softened. The stars shone brighter, as if watching over the creatures below. Runi slipped between his siblings, their warmth drawing him in like a soft blanket. The sounds of the night sang a gentle lullaby, and this time, Runi listened not with curiosity, but with peace. His eyes drifted closed, the woods settled. And under the endless sky, to the rhythm of crickets, wind, and whispering trees, everything slept.